Pisces, hi, welcome to your reading for the 10th to the 16th of November. I hope you're all doing amazingly well. We're going to be looking at different areas from finances through to love, what you don't see coming, and your overall energy. Let's see what Spirit has here for you. Okay. For Pisces, Spirit, let's look at career first of all. Career for Pisces. Career for Pisces, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, actually no, this is not career, this is finances. I apologize. Finances for Pisces. Spirit knows where every card needs to go. Okay, family, what's going on with Pisces and their family situation? We have the Libran energy, so we have Libra Justice card. Okay, let's give these a bit of a shuffle. It seems to be a little bit scattered energy for you, Pisces. I'm feeling a little, I want to say disjointed, possibly emotionally, possibly on a mental level. Let's have a look at your social. You got the Queen of Swords, another card on that, please, Spirit. Social for Pisces, social and friendships. Okay, we have Scorpio, which we are in the Scorpio season. We also have the Eight of Cups. Those three wanting to come out in your friendships. Let's have a look at career. Career. So this Seven of Pentacles here in your finances, I mean, we are in Mercury retrograde energy. This is one of my Mercury retrograde cards, as is the Hanged Man. Wow, okay, interesting. So your sister sign Scorpio got this also in exactly the same position. So you may have a Scorpio stellium, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, etc. So, you know, if you have any Scorpio in your chart, you may want to go check out that video that's online as well. Let's have a look at your environment. Yeah, very scattered energy for you, Pisces. We want to get that into some sort of balance here. All right, Emperor, nice. So a couple of majors. We've actually got 4 majors on the table right now. That's your environment. And in love for Pisces, what's here for Pisces in love? Yeah, I feel that this possible love situation is making you feel a little emotionally imbalanced this week. Top of the deck, we have the overall energy for you, the Hermit card. Yeah, so you're being the pensive Pisces that you are this week. On the bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming is those 3 cards. So I'm going to put those there. All right, let's have a look. We'll use the Royal Tarot to clarify. 7 of Pentacles is here in your financial position. It is an amazing time, Pisces. You've got this right on point this week to clarify what you are doing financially with your money, with your budget, with what's going on with your accounts, with your investments. This does not mean, Pisces, to action or sign anything. We are in Mercury retrograde till the end of the month on the 29th of November when it goes direct, and use this time to look at where you are putting money, spending money, if you're overspending. This is also a learn from the past card, okay? You may be looking at past experiences you've had that you don't want to repeat in the future. You may be looking at where you are right now and making some goals, okay? Let's clarify that card. Why is the 7 of Pentacles here for Pisces? We have the King of Cups, that's your energy. Without even putting all the cards out, I do feel finances are very much on your mind, okay? This is your energy, whether you're a masculine or feminine. King of Cups, this is really beautiful. You've also got the Queen of Cups paired with it. Especially if you're in a serious long-term or married commitment, this is you possibly working hard with your partner to really do a financial plan, especially if you want to buy a home or travel in the future, okay? I'm not pulling any more cards on that. I really feel that this indicates Pisces who are coupled. If you are on your own, though, also you could be doing this, all right? You could even be getting support from financial advisors. But like I said, don't sign anything legal. We do have the card of legalities within family. Let's clarify that. This is also a card of balance. Things are maybe needing to be more balanced, I'm hearing. We have this Justice card clarifying the Justice card, right? So there could be a Libra in your environment. You could have Libra heavily in your chart. There could be something going on even. I mean, I don't like to do baseline tarot. This could be like court dealings, you know, you hear about within your family situation. Perhaps you're caught up in them or not, okay? But this is about like double justice. They both came out in the uprates. This is really, really nice. Right? This is good karma. This is nice balance coming in a family situation. There's something coming in to celebrate. Now, whether someone's going through court, legal things, if they are, and there's someone in your family, there's a win outcome for that. But, you know, I feel that in your family environment, you may even hear something that makes you feel like it's a cause for celebration and a win of some kind, okay? You could be really connected as well, I'm feeling, to like a Libra, Aries, no, well, I've said Aries now, a Libra, Aries, Aquarius, or a Gemini. Okay, so I'll be doing the air signs tomorrow, so maybe look at the Libra reading tomorrow and see what's there, especially if you got it in your chart. Let's have a look at your social. We've got Queen of Swords, the Death card, and the Eight of Cups. I actually feel, Pisces, that this is your energy. You may be needing to say something to a friend in your social circle or need to be very clear on something. It's because you're leveling up and you're perhaps just not wanting to deal with someone's energy. So I would say out of all these cards, I can see possibly love and social may be the most challenging this week. Now, they could be also intertwined, especially if you and your partner have the same friends. So that's just a note there. The Scorpio card is here, but this is the card of leveling up and like a realization and acknowledgement, especially with the Queen of Swords here, being very clear, either with another person, with your partner, or with a friend, or even just being very clear with yourself, like who and what you need to walk away from. There could also be someone in your friendship circle that needs some sort of emotional support at this time. Okay, let's have a look and see what's here with this beautiful Death energy. I really like that for you, Scorpio. It's sort of like you know what you want and you're going for it, especially with paired with the Queen of Swords. Nine of Wands is here, Sag and energy, Sagittarius. We also have the Fool, which is Aries. That's why I said Aries before. Could be dealing with an Aries or a Sag. You could be getting some information about someone leaving as well in your social circle, traveling for an extended period. But this is you, I feel, being very clear that you want more excitement. I think you have enough excitement. I know my son does, he's Pisces. In the social circle, you want to like have more adventure. You could even be planning a trip with your friends coming up for 2026, or even like a short term or a short period over like Thanksgiving or Christmas or the New Year. The Magician is in your career. You know, you can accomplish anything. You can create anything here, Pisces. You know, like I said before, don't be signing anything legal, especially like a contract for a new job if you have to, or, you know, you can do, but just make sure that you're, you know, reading the contract very carefully, even giving it someone else to do. He's actually pointing towards the Emperor, so we'll talk about that in a second. Let's clarify the Magician, Virgo, Gemini energy. We've got double Virgo on the table. The Magician is clarified by the Ten of Cups. There's good news in your career. This is a really nice pairing here. So, you know, just know that if there's really good news in your career, you probably created it yourself, right, with that manifestation card. He is pointing at the Emperor, which is in your environment. So I do feel in your environment there is someone, especially in your work environment, that is really significant this week. They could be bringing some really amazing news in regards to your career. So these two cards could very much be linked. This is also father energy, grandfather energy. If it's your energy, Pisces, I don't actually think it is. I do feel it's a person you could be feeling, but if it is, you could be feeling more solid, stable and secure this week in your environment, where you live, where you frequent, where you hang out, who you hang out with, where you work, etc. Okay. Page of Pentacles in your environment. Perhaps you're learning something new. There could also be children in your environment, or you're seeing nieces, nephews, etc. Possibly as well, I'm going to say there could be someone who has been unwell but is now up and about and feeling better. You could even be visiting someone that's been in the hospital. The King of Wands is here, which is very linked to Aries. We've got 3 Aries cards on the table. I know for somebody out there, there is an Aries, possibly very close family member or friend that is getting over an illness, or you know, is spending a lot of time with you. They're very much a mentor, a guide. They could be like a father figure. Let's have a look at love. We have the Two of Pentacles. I don't like this Two of Pentacles. Things could be a bit rocky in your relationships, Pisces, this week. Let's clarify this. Whether you're married, coupled, single, you know, you may have a decision you need to make. Two of Pentacles always tells me that, you know, it's really important to understand the ups and downs and ebbs and flows of life. Things aren't always going to be rainbows and unicorns in love or anything else, okay? You may be juggling a few things. You may be super busy at work. Your partner may not be very happy. But I do see that you're making some new plans. There's like an opportunity for some sort of growth. The Emperor has come out again. Okay, hold on a second, guys. Actually, it's not. Oh, yes, it is the Emperor. Okay, we got the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Three of Wands. I do feel that you and your partner, especially if you're partnered in this reading, okay, you're making some sort of plans for 2026 here. You could be discussing things and, no, I want to live there, or if we live there, we'd have to change jobs. And, you know, there's a lot of discussion going on here. But it's exciting. This person, you know, whoever you are and whoever they are, loves you greatly. And there's a lot of passion there this week too. The Hermit is here for your overall energy. It is your opposite sign, Pisces. I think you're retreating a little bit this week where you need to, especially with friends. I mean, this Eight of Cups could be your energy where you're just not dealing with things or dealing with others around you. Whatever you're going to your hermit cave about, to be pensive and to think and regroup and recalibrate, it's a good time to do it. It is Mercury retrograde, and yeah, you do what you need to do. You do you, Pisces. Let's clarify this Hermit. You know, don't make any major decisions. You're going there in your hermit cave. You're being a troglodyte. That's my new word for a hermit, a troglodyte, and it actually means that, but that's pretty funny. Well, it was funny at the time when I found it out. King of Pentacles is, you know, going inwards, right? Thinking about your finances. We've got that Seven of Pentacles in your financial state there area. You're rethinking a lot about your money and how you make it, okay? Whether it's a business, whether you're an entrepreneur, self-employed, whatever. You're wanting to change some things up. Okay, we have the Two of Swords. Yeah, there may be some decisions to make. You don't have to make them though this week, which is perfect. You just need to dwell on some things. You know, take your time. You are the queen or king of intuition, with High Priestess being in your, you know, your sign. It's really important that you don't make any decisions, but, you know, maybe write a list of pros and cons, so when you've hit the end of the month, you can go forward with you yourself or you and your partner to make those set firm in concrete. Let's have a look at what you don't see coming. You have a King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You have the Empress. This is motherly energy, also the Knight of Swords. You know, the Knight of Swords is not a card that you need to worry about. It's usually self-worry, right? We worry, and you've got the Virgo card as well. Sometimes Pisces, well, sometimes all of us, we can get into that, oh, what if this happens, what if that happens, keeping us up at night. You know, these could be people in your life. You may be worried about a couple of people in your life, possibly even your mother. But no, you know, that I do feel that this is like one of these cards, the Empress or the King of Swords, is someone else's energy. Perhaps you're needing to talk to them and you just don't know how to do it, okay? Whether it's your mum, whether it's a female figure in your life. The Empress does really signify feminine energy. Could even be your partner. There's some boundaries that you need to set. I do feel this is your energy, this King of Swords. You're being disciplined. I think by being disciplined financially, on a financial level, it's sort of trickling into other areas of your life here, Pisces. So don't worry too much about what you need to say to this Empress. I could literally do an extended on this. You could even be worried because you want to ask your partner to marry you if you are coupled and you just don't know how to do it, or don't know when to choose the right time. Something could also be uncovered. You may also, like, want to commit even more, or pull back. So, you know, everyone's got their own stories. There is someone that you need to talk to in the near future. The star is fallen on the floor. I don't know what that means. I'm not going to do an sorry, Pisces. I'm not going to do an extended on this, but you know, I'm going to pull a couple of cards on it now. Maybe you've lost hope with a situation. You know, like I said, it could all be different for everyone. Why does Pisces need to talk to the Empress, and why are they worried to do so? 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, well, okay, 9 of Pentacles. 2 of Cups. Yeah, this is about you and another person, especially if it's romantic. Perhaps you just want to make a new financial plan. Perhaps you want to invest. There's something here about finances that you possibly want to talk to your partner about, and you're worried about it. Why are you worried about it? Why are you worried about it, Pisces? That only you can answer. That was your reading for this week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.